Hello and welcome. I'm Lynn of Lynn Stitches Creates, and welcome to my Flosstube channel about counting cross stitch on the project bags I make. It is Monday, January 9th, 2023. It is episode 68. Welcome. If you are new, thank you for stopping by. I hope you'll like and subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I appreciate all your support over these last year and a half. I am getting very close to 1,000 subscribers, so John and I are trying to figure out what fun thing we can do. A little bit different than the anniversary episode, so who knows? He's concocting some craziness. I may have to rein him in a little bit. We'll see. Anyway, so a lot of stitching again, though not as much as I should have. I'm actually a little bit behind on my Bringo, but I've been sewing a lot too, getting ready, my trunk show ready for Stitch Away. So let's just jump in and I'll talk about things as they come up. So if you are new, Bringo is a January challenge special for the Magazine Monthly Challenge Facebook group. It's run by Carolyn of Seazook Stitch and Robin of Bird's Eye Stitches. In January, we create like a bingo type board, and there's different prompts that we have to fit projects in. And you can either do 25, different projects, or what I did, and a couple of us have done, I've got like 7 projects that I'm using for different prompts. So, for January 2nd, was a whip of your choice. So that was my Home of a Worker 2 by Little House Needleworks. There's what it'll look like when it is all done. I'll put a picture of where it was, and this is where it is now. I got the N and the 2 E's in the hour. So the challenge is to complete the day, you either do an hour or 100 stitches, and I don't like to count, so I do an hour. Some people do the evening, which I would like to do, but my schedule right now, until I get past Stitch Away, it's gonna be a little crazy. So, but yeah, so this was in the hour. I actually had to stop my timer because I completely messed up the end. I got all the way to there and realized I had a mistake way back here. So, yeah, so I had to frog, but I stopped my timer, and so this is definitely the hour. And it has been called again, it was called yesterday for Whip with a Bird. So I will be putting another hour into this when I get back to it. But yeah, so this is a project I've been working on for a while. I borrowed the pattern from my friend Jan, and I would just really like it done because it is one that I like, and I would like to have it hanging up. For the 3rd, now I made a mistake. Because it's a magazine challenge group, one of the prompts is a new start from a magazine, and all the prompts can be whips or new starts. I just chose it to have whips, but one is definitely a new start from a magazine, and then the second prompt, so that was number 1 is new start from a magazine. Excuse me. I don't know, I'm coughing now. So number 1 was a new start from a magazine. Number 25 was a whip or new start from a magazine. And I got them backwards. And I actually did my 25 for day 1. So, or vice versa. So anyway, so day January 3rd was Whip from a Magazine. And that, for me, was a whip that one that I started last year for this challenge. And it's called There's Always Time for Tea. It's out of a Cross Stitch Crazy magazine, which is a British magazine, which sadly, when COVID hit, it went out of business. It folded really quick. I was so sad because it was my favorite magazine. I have next to me here almost every single issue. And I was actually in one, but that's a story for another time. So anyway, There's Always Time for Tea. It's by Emma Congdon. If you recognize that name, Emma Congdon is Stitcherovia. This is where I started out. And this is where I got to in the hour. So I finished filling in the teapot. And I am using Almond M&M's silks for this. So all I've got now are the words and a couple of more hearts, and this will be done. And I do have it for 2 other spots on my Bringo board. So I'm hoping smallest whip gets called first, because this is the smallest whip. I'm hoping that gets called first, and then I will substitute my magazine New Start for that one, because like I said, that will definitely be finished in the next hour. The 4th was a whip that is in season, and for that I picked Winter Welcome by Park Hopper Bart. This came in the Niceless box in 2021, and I will put up a picture of where it was when I started. And this is where he is now. So my snowman is all complete, and I started putting in some more snowflakes. So he is also on my board a couple more times. One is a project that's sparkly because we're using a toile. I don't know how much shimmer you can see, but so he is all sparkly. So that was on the 4th. Now also on the 4th, which is not part of Bringo, it was Candy, the 614 Stitcher's birthday, and she had picked out some teeny weeny bikinis from Meridian Designs, and a bunch of us are starting them. And if you have any, you are more than welcome to join us. Brandy from Be Stitch Me says she has the Southwest bikini and she's going to join us. So if you've got one, or if you think they're cute, they're not very big. The one I'm working on is 40 by 67, and mine is The Doctor Is In. It's a Doctor Who bikini. It comes with the sonic screwdriver, and it's the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who. So this was a new start on January 4th, and I'm stitching this on a piece of fabric from Jody, Steel City Stitchers. It was a fabric of the month. And I have one side of the bikini top done. So that's one side. And then the light. So the bow tie will join the 2 pieces together, and then the other one, and then we'll get the bottom. So I have to get some Mill Hill beads. The straps, I don't know if you can see through the plastic, the straps are actually Mill Hill beads, and I don't have any, and unfortunately Keepsakes didn't have the numbers I need, so I'm going to have to figure out where to get them from. But that was a cute little start. We were on Zoom with Candy for 2 hours maybe, and that's how far we got. So they're quick stitches. They're not hard. I have 2 others. I have the Pirate and I have Germany. So once I finish that one, I'll start the other ones. Okay, so that was 2 on the 4th. Then for the 5th, which I actually did on the 3rd because I switched them up, was a magazine New Start. This had to be a New Start from a magazine, and I'm looking in my bag here. Yeah, okay. So from the fall of 2021, Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine, I had picked out, which is now available, I believe, just on her website, by Lindy Stitches, called Bathing in the Asters. And we've had 2 tuxedo cats in our marriage, so I just, of course, fell in love with that. And this is a New Start. This is on Fortnite Fabrics, Happily Ever After. It's a 28 count. And I think I may have worked a little more than an hour because I wanted to get more of his body in. And there he is. So that's his tail and his front leg and a back leg and part of his body. So next time I get to that, I'll finish filling in his body there. But he's cute. So he will be, like I said, he will fill in for the tea time one because that's only got one more hour, if that, to work on. And then, so that was the 5th. The 6th was a whip that reminds you of your childhood. So I put in my grandson's Christmas stocking, which is called Sky High Santa. I'll put in a picture of what it's going to look like when it's done. It's by Satsuma Street. And I'll put in a picture of where I started from. And once again, I worked for half an hour and then had to frog everything I did because I made a mistake and I couldn't just fudge it. So I had to stop my timer, restart it. So here is where I am now, and I filled in the center section. And this was also called, so that was on the 6th. It was also called for the 7th for a whip that will be a gift. So I will finish filling in the inside of the balloon when I get back to it. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of sewing, so. But that Sky, I love him. He's so cute. He's gonna be so cute. There's a lot of balloon though. So that, and then, so then yesterday, like I said, for the 8th, a whip with a bird, Home of a Needleworker 2. I'll get back to that. Maybe after I finish editing tonight, I'll be able to sit and stitch. I think I've sewed enough for today. And then for today, stitch on your favorite fabric, and I'm doing Cats on Parade. I can't remember if it's on a Fortnite fabric or a Be Stitch Me fabric, but you know, they're both my favorite fabric dyers. So with Forbidden Fiber Co. pushing in there. Yeah, so that's my Bringo so far for this last week. I did finally get to go to Keepsakes and stitch. I used to be at Keepsakes almost every day before COVID, especially on Wednesdays. I had a lot of friends that stitched on Wednesdays. Since coming back to stitching in public after COVID, I've been more of a Saturday stitcher, and loved my Saturday. It's a younger group and it's so much fun. They're a great group of ladies. I love them. So I finally, I missed Christmas with Candy and with everybody. So I was finally able to go this weekend, and exchange Christmas presents with people, and I will show a couple of things that I got. But one of the patterns I like to work on when I'm there, this was given to me by Candy for my birthday last year. It's ink circles, tea, and tea time. It says tea on it, but it's tea time is the pattern. And it's fun because I can usually, without getting into too much counting trouble, though I'm sure you don't believe me, I can usually do, you know, a motif or two in the time that I'm there and talking and whatnot. So this is where it was. And here's where it is now. So I finished this teapot. I put in another lemon. I put in this tea infuser and this tea infuser. So it's coming along. I really love it. It's so much fun to work on. I'm looking forward to having it done, but I'm also enjoying the process of this one. It's funny because I've always been a product stitcher rather than a process. And I think I'm making so many memories with this that I think that's really, and I'm not sure. I don't see who the fabric is from. It might be a Jody fabric, but I don't remember. I'll have to look. So that's all my stitching for this week, which is pretty good. You know, it's not too shabby, the number of things. Could have been more, but you know, hey, I'm doing other things too, and that's good too. I needed to get into kind of the swing of things. I even made a couple project bags for myself. Oh my gosh, craziness. And this will be, this is, of course, Snoopy. This will be, there'll be 2 for sale this weekend at Stitch Away. And then this was actually fabric that I did as a special order, and they let me keep the rest. So I made one for myself. Little crocodiles. Aren't they cute? So I actually can kit up a couple of things before I go. And that's what we'll talk about a little bit. So Candy's birthday sal, Teeny Weeny Bikini sal, or Beachbody Ready sal is really what the hashtag Candy wanted, but everybody kept forgetting that. Because Candy says that's the only bikini she's ever going to be able to fit. Because, you know. Anyway, I've been thinking my birthday is also coming up in just a couple of weeks. So I've been thinking about what I might want to do as a start for my birthday. Last year I don't think I started anything on my birthday. I started a piece at Stitch Away, and I will be starting something this weekend, which I can't find. But I will. I'm going to sort through everything later as well. But this year I've decided I have loved the Ink Circles Elemental Dragons. So there's earth, there's fire, there's water, and there's air. I was going to say sky, but it's not that. Reading it backwards, that wasn't sky. Anyway, so I have some specialty floss that I'm going to use. Like for fire, I may use this one, Chinese Lantern, from the Cottage Garden Threads Club that I'm in with Rebel Stitcher. I think that for fire would be really cool. So I think that'll look really neat. And then I have one that's like a brown blue that I'll either use for earth or for air. or water. I don't know. I've got choices to make. So, I've also got that one that would be really cool. What do you think? Water or sky? Air? I'm going to keep saying sky. Water or air? Oh, it's so pretty though. It'll be one of those. Of course, that could be air too. Oh, and I've also got this one that could be fire. Oh, choices, choices. I may have to figure out how to work them both in. So, Colleen sent us some really good ones, and I've got more to show you. That one could be earth. And there's another choice. I don't know. I'm going to have to really debate. And of course, this one is called Water Wheel. So that's more of a navy. I wonder if I could do those two together for water. But anyway, I haven't picked out my fabric yet. I will do that. That's not a big deal. So yeah. So if you would like to join me, I have not created a hashtag yet. But if you've got an ink circles pattern that you'd like to do, you know, as part of my birthday, when my birthday will be is Sunday the 22nd. So if you have a new start or you just want to work on it that day. Or of course anything Snoopy, anything dragons. I'm easy. So that's my plans, other than Stitch Away. Stitch Away this weekend. I'll be at Houston Woods Wednesday afternoon till Sunday morning. It's a state park here in Ohio. Basically, we go out to the woods and we stay in pajamas and stitch all weekend. We never leave the lodge. There is a restaurant there at the lodge. There's a bar there at the lodge. They have pizza at the lodge, you know. You know, we bring snacks that we keep on the table and we're all good. It's a fun weekend. So, be many, many projects to show you next week. Okay. Stitchy Kindness. So for Christmas, I got a mug from Lindy and Susan at Keepsakes. It's filled with tea, and one I'm really curious to try is buttermint. It says that it's vanilla flavored peppermint tea. So that sounds really good. And it's caffeine free. I may try that tonight. But they put in a little twig. You know, we could use that for finishing. There's candy at the bottom, which is half gone. Because, you know, snack. And then from my friend Tiffany, look at this. It's a snow globe. Isn't that cute? I love it. It's so cute. And then she makes cards. So this was the Christmas card that she made for me. Christmas tree. And it looks like cross stitching. If it focuses. Get out of the way. And then may the season sparkle with love and friendship. But wait, there is more. She also made me a box of cards that I can use for when I send people stuff. They are beautiful. Oh my gosh. Such gorgeous work. I have to get them out a couple at a time because very tight in the box. So this one says, may all your tomorrows be as happy as today. Isn't that beautiful? And this one says, thanks to you. And it's a shaky card. How cool is that? And now I can get the rest out of the box. Hope your day is on cloud 9. Happy birthday. Another happy birthday card. This one says, let the adventure begin. Here's the envelope. But she made it, it's like a trifold. So I told my husband our nephew is getting married in March. This may be their wedding card because they are very outdoorsy, adventurous, you know, love to camp, love to be on the boat. They're always fishing and doing things like that. And then that one says, thinking of you. So Tiffany, amazing cards. And if you are going to be at Stitch Away this weekend, you will have your opportunity to buy some because she has a trunk show there this weekend. And I got to see two of the sets that she's got. I think she's got 2 more sets that I didn't get to see on Saturday. And they're so cute. Oh my gosh. You're going to love them. So bring your monies. Barbara, if you've been to StitchCon, you know Barbara always does, you know, an amazing annex at StitchCon. Well, she does the same thing at Stitch Away. It's basically half of Keepsakes is there. There's trunk shows. People, you know, trunk shows can be anything from designers that she already carries at the store, the shop, to designers that, you know, have new things out. You know, the designer that's the guest designer, we always have a surprise. We don't know who the designer is going to be this weekend. They'll have a trunk show. So last year it was Liz Matthews. In 2020 it was Chris Ann of Tell an Emblem. And, you know, she'll have, like me, project bag makers, fabric dyers, you know, just all kind. Basically, the only thing she doesn't bring are all the flosses because, let's face it, that would be crazy to try to bring. But, you know, patterns, fabric, bags, accessories, accoutrement, you know, needle minders, you know, she'll have it, and it's fun. And, you know, I'll go through the annex 2 or 3 times and keep picking things up. I shouldn't go in more than once. Other stitchy kindness. I was watching Jackie and Justine of X's and Hoes, and Justine had a finish of this adorable Christmas. It was a card that she created, and I think he is absolutely adorable with his little moose sweater. And, you know, my husband has the thing about mooses, and so I had said to Justine, I said, I'm going to have to go look for him. And she messaged me. She's like, I'm done with the kit. Do you want it? There's a couple of extra floss left and everything. So I was like, yes, please. So she sent it to me. So thank you, Justine. I got it. I appreciate it. Who knows? Maybe he'll start. I'll probably start him in July. It'll be a Christmas in July start. But thank you, Justine. Then, let's see, I got, speaking of cottage garden threads, our January cottage garden threads assortment came, and we have this cute little sticker of a cottage, and this one, broderie, my light, let me see if I can turn it down a little bit. It's a very soft, it's not mint, but it's got like a hint of it with a little bit of brown and a little bit of gray. There, that's probably it. Very pretty. This one is Baby's Breath. This one is Produce. There's a little touch of pink in there. Excuse me. And this one is called Cottonwood. That's pretty too. So that's this month's assortment of our Cottage Garden Thread Club, which is bi-monthly. You can send Colleen Rebel Stitcher designs. You could send her an email if you're interested. I don't know if she has any openings at the moment, but you could check with her and see. She is very quick. If you pay that invoice the day you send it, she sends it out that day. I love it. Some patterns I ordered from Bobby at Pumpkin Creek Primitives, and she sent my order. Bobby is having a 20% off sale right now, so go to her website. It's on all patterns. This is the way it comes packaged up. It's taped to a nice board, so you don't have to worry about it getting bent up. She always sends a little treat. So, looks like it's hot chocolate with marshmallows. So cute. And then these are from my husband because I wanted them for Christmas. So, we're counting them from him. So, to go with Bathing in the Asters by Lindy Stitches, we have Napping in the Poinsettias. Reminds me of our gizmo. Then this I will save. I'm going to put it away for next Christmas because we're taking a trip to Australia next Christmas. And it's December Down Under. And if you watch Stitched by Liz, she is in, are you in Melbourne, Liz? She lives in Australia. She was stitching, and you know, between the quokka on the duckbill platypus, I mean, come on, how can you not stitch that? So cute. So that'll be some of my travel stitching. And then I had seen, this is Ori TM. It's part of her Catitude series, Two Cats and a Moon, which with Valentine's Day coming up, I thought that was cute. There's another one she's just releasing that's called One Cat and a Moon, and it's a crescent moon with the cat on it. It's so cute. But Bobby didn't have that one yet, so that'll be another time. So thank you, Bobby, for getting those for me. And then, as you know, I can't resist a Sal. Caterpillar Cross Stitch at the end of this month is starting their British Isles Adventure Sal. And it's all blurred out there. And I purchased the kit. I will be starting it January 26th. I decided to go with Ada. So it's a pretty pale blue Ada. And here are the colors for the Sal. So it'll be very pretty on the Ada. I did not get the needle minder. I decided I have enough needle minders. And the double-decker bus was very cute, but I've got lots. So yeah. So that will be a new start at the end of this month, because I don't have enough things to do. Barbara was asking me at Keepsakes. Barbara is a monogamous stitcher. When Barbara stitches, she stitches until she's done. And someone else was saying, oh, I've got like 4. And she looks at me, well, how many do you have? And I just kind of rolled my eyes. I said, 50. Now, whether that's still true, that was back July when I did my whip parade. I had 50. I have finished a couple, but a couple of finishes were start and finishes, so I'm pretty sure I still have 50. So, yeah. I am pretty sure that this weekend the next piece for Jane Eyre will be called. Kristen posted the questions for chapters 5 through 8 on the Stitching Book Club. So I'm thinking that Saturday she will post the next section to be completed for that. So I'll definitely be bringing that with me to Stitch Away to work on. And let's see. If you are interested in Frogwarts, the Black Needle Society's Harry Potter themed digital retreat that happens in July. It is Wednesday to Sunday in July, and it is available for purchase right now. You purchase the box and get access to the retreat. The box will be mailed, I believe, in June, I believe, because there are stitching challenges. It is competitive digital retreat. If you think you're just going to sit there, you'll have to hang out in Hogsmeade. So it'll come out, the pattern will come out so that people can start stitching on it, because I believe you get points if you finish during the retreat. So they give you a 2-week head start, but you have to finish during the retreat. I believe that's the way it works. If I'm wrong, people can comment. But yeah, so that's on sale till December 31st. So if you're interested in that, go check that out on the website. You cannot use my code for that because that is a special edition box. Anything in the vault, though, you may use my code for, and that's Lynn5. You get 5% off your purchase. You can use that as many times as you shop in the vault. So if you shop for something from the Nice List now, and in February you want to shop from something, or March shop for something from the Cozy Kitchen box, which comes out in another week or 2, you can use my code as many times over the year as you want. But having said all that, I can't remember anything else. I should have written it down. Candy always tells me to write it down, and I don't. But I am looking forward to this weekend. It has been a year in the making, and we are all very excited about going and hanging out. So next Monday, I will have a lot of stories and pictures to share with you. So until then, happy stitching. Have a great week.